Hey traders, Cousin Benny coming to you on Sunday with a look at the week ahead. With the S&P 500, we have the spiders here on the weekly. We had a crossover of the MACD signal line, and you note that when that occurs you get a red candle on the histogram. So we're starting to move lower, and a lot of sectors reversed after attempting to break out of a descending channel, namely the offensive sectors XLF, XLI, XLK, and XLY. We saw some strength in the defensive sectors, XLP, XLU, and XLV. So for the time being, it looks like the seasonal adjustments that occurred during summer are occurring now. We're looking for some confirmations in the week ahead, but if we look at the spider Ichimoku chart, we can see we're right at the bottom of Kumo. We did hammer, so there may be a knee-jerk reaction on Monday. I'll be watching out for same. The weekly on the industrials also looks very similar. We have Kumo way down here at 13,000 and change. We have Kijun Sen down at 14,250, and we have lost on the weekly. We've lost Tikin Sen. We have an area below Kumo. The 382 is right there at 14,350, give or take, which would be a likely target if we continue to move lower and lose Kumo. Looking at the S&PX, the S&P 500 three-line break chart, we see the 50 period down here at 1570, give or take. Looks like a likely target with ADX turning lower as well. Looking at the bond stock ratio, we can see that we have been bouncing around here May through June. Prices on the S&P 500 have moved lower. We can see those here, and we can see the crossover on our 50 EMA and 200. So it looks like we're going to move lower. We will be watching for a bounce on Monday, Tuesday, and if we don't get that, I would expect a resumption of the move down during the middle of the week, if not earlier. Looking at the S&P 500, the spider sectors, we can see that everything is trading down below its 50 period moving average, and we have some inside or engulfing candles, some inside days, a lot of action below the 50 period and the 20 period both, with some sectors giving a crossover to the downside now. XHB, which was looking good last week, on Tuesday faltered on Wednesday and then continued downward on Friday. As I said, XLU, XLV, and XLP showed some life, but some buying indicative of this candle on Friday, but we're still not out of the woods yet. Regional banks were the one bright spot on Friday. I believe Kramer was mentioning either Wednesday or Thursday that there was strength in this sector. I'll be watching a trend line up here and the highs for some signs of strength here going into the week. MACD is moving higher. The histogram looks like it wants to give a crossover signal, so keep an eye on your regional banks. I like Zion, HBAN, Ozark, and a few others which I might put on my watch list on my site, theclosingprint.com. If you want to check that out tomorrow before the open, I'll be looking at some of the regional banks for trades. I'll also be managing some existing positions, but I'm not looking to do anything new at present because of the current situation. So looking at the regionals, Comerica, you just go down through this list. BBT breaking out, HBAN, MTB, Hudson City Bank. Note where the crossovers are on the MACD. T Corp, box trade, possibility of a break of this descending channel. Zion, note where MACD is. USB, breakout coming. Some of my favorites. UMPQ, nice momentum. After a breakout of this short cup and handle, we're continuing to follow on the 10-period EMA up. Commerce Bank. You see the pattern here. Things are really looking good. Valley National, Webster, Lazard, Susquehanna, about to break out. First Bank, about to break out. It's America, big cup, double bottom. Should see higher prices. SIVB breaking out. Note the crossover on the MACD. You get the point. Look at your regionals and find some setups in here. Just go to the iShares regionals on your right here on your free stock charts. Just scan that list. There's nothing but good setups in here. Okay? We also want to take a look at the retail spiders. Looking at XRT, the spider retail ETF, we can see MACD is going negative, and we've lost the 30 period. If we look at our 50 period moving average on the daily, we can see that we're sitting right on top of it. So something to keep an eye on as well is the retail sector. Note MACD is moving lower, and we're sitting on the 50 period. We have this Kirby with a shelf down here around 71, 72. And if we zoom out or go to the weekly chart and take some fibs up to these highs, we can see that 382 is down here at the 50 period moving average on the weekly. So that's the likely target on the Spider Retail ETF. So that'll be on my radar this week as well. Don't forget about the US dollar. We had quite a bounce this week. As you can see, we had a crossover on the MACD, and we had a signal for a long if you're looking at that. I would be looking at the recent highs as well as this area here for likely targets, and the recent target up here that we hit at 84.45. Okay, I hope this helps. This is Cousin Vinny coming to you from Day Trader Bootcamp. The closing print where I post my trades and watch lists during the week here in this new section on my site, so come and check us out. And for your newer traders, there's a lot of information here in the way of strategies that I use to trade the markets, as well as tutorials. There's also a section here on the front page where I have listed all of the main or most watched videos where I cover strategies and trade techniques using such things as Bollinger Bands, box technique, Ichimoku, point and figure charts, and TTM, among others. So you may want to check that out as well on my site, theclosingprint.com. Again, I hope this helps. Cousin Vinny coming to you on Sunday with a look at the week ahead. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.